exhibition match in their group in their group match against each other where they did the exact same thing. So this is not the first time they done this. This is pretty much round two in this basically in this silliness.
Yep. It should be noted, though, for the record, that that race they had, and I don't mean to ruin the parade, but essentially that race didn't matter. Even though it was during the tournament, it was the end of group stages, but they had already qualified for brackets. This time, it matters.
So yeah, Burst Chaser. They go really, really fast.
See how fast they go?
But it really only affects Mega Man's movement. Nothing else is as fast. But it actually still holds to say that you gotta have a lot of control of Mega Man's movements, since you're gonna have a lot of momentum whenever you move to jump. So knowing when you can stop yourself from moving is gonna be really key for some of these tighter platforms. But in the meanwhile, we got a Heatman sighting in Flash's stage.
Yep. As Prodigy is making their way to the quick room. And we got a quick man in quick room. That seems familiar. I'm not sure if I've seen that before.
And Quick Man moving as fast as Mega Man, trying to keep up, but nah, he can't do it. He dead.
Who's the quick man now?
But yeah, that was on Casual Times. Then that Heatman fight was a pretty lengthy one. Pretty sure he's gonna try to find a weapon for Heatman when we reach the refights.
Probably trying to jump over the tin can there, taking out the eye. You just gotta let it fall. You want to go fast, but you know sometimes you still gotta wait. And Prodigy hugging all the enemies as he's hugged the prop top.
Like I said, you gotta maintain control. You can only be It's like when you got a really fast car, you really want to be fast, and it kind of leads itself towards being very, very reckless. You really is when I would say control. You got to know how to control yourself with Mega Man. It's more like trying to control yourself rather than control Mega Man. As Prodigy is now showing, if you try to kind of overexert yourself, especially in areas where pets are involved, you're pretty much going to be in a very, very, very sticky situation. And again, Bubble Man in metal.
Oh, it's a Huggles.
Bubble Man's been making himself quite at home in Metal Man stage for a few of these races.
I think it's your fault because you're always here. He wasn't here in the last race, so I think it's you. He likes being there when you're here. Anyway.
we got an airman sighting in Casual Times. Got a bunch of crabs in some Purobots. While we got yet again another water soaked log fighting with the accelerated leaf shield, or the false start leaf shield, which you want to call it. Whatever the case, it's dead. Prodigy got himself another Robot Master down.
Ooh, and we got Sky Chickens and Airman stage here, as Prodigy is moving on to Heatman stage.
At least they're one shot, but Casual Time getting a little too close for comfort from one of his jumps, almost narrowly dodging a pitfall right there, but safely makes it to Airman's room, and we got ourselves a Flashman fighting. Let's see how Flash acts. He's a high jumper, but he's also soft buster weak, so this is going to be a very quick fight on Casual Tom's end.
Let's see if Prodigy does the thing I told him to do in the main tournament.
Well, whatever the case may be, he's going to be a little bit more annoying, because these Flagphibians, the big boys, they're buster immune. So yeah, yep. It's not a good heat stage, at least for the second half.
Looks like he's gonna do a little wall searching here before he does anything else. Oof. Why is that's a 5 second run off there.
Ay. This, to be fair, that's one of the ones that's really hard to not zip on, especially when you're clustered by enemies. It's an unfortunate situation, but we do still have to incur time penalties. But it's a minor one because it's very accidental and it's very prone to happening. We've seen it a few times in the previous tournament.
Let's see who does it. Yep. Balls buffer. Balls buffer. Balls buffer. Balls buffer. There we go.
Oh, good lord, this mode.
Yeah, I told him about that and I dared him to do it during the race during the tournament. I'm glad he remembered
it. We find Metal Man in Heat Man's room. You're gonna see he looks like it's gonna be a pretty quick buster fight. He got a very fast shooter, but Mega Man's still faster. Metal Man down on Prodigy's end.
3 down for Prodigy. Moving on to Woodman stage.
Casual-Chan making quick work of Crashman stage, got Airman in his sights. And also gonna be a very fast fight being Buster Soft weak. Where you got I'm about to say gotta be careful, getting too close to the air tornado.
If I'm correct, I'm not sure if I'm correct on this, it's a 5 second penalty for that, wasn't it?
5 seconds should be more than enough. It would be either 3 or 5 seconds, but it's still a very small penalty regardless.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got Casual-Chan going to Quickman stage. Of course, we know that Quickman is in this room. He's gonna be the Robot Master Casual-Chan's fighting. Meanwhile, Prodigy is heading to new territory in Woodman stage. Haven't been talking about the top of the treehouse all that much. I'm glad I get to mention it for a little bit, but it still just Bats and Shrimp, and Prodigy just blatantly ignores them.
I mean, I would too. He also just moved to Lee Shield primarily for the hot dogs earlier on, and has not moved back. And we got more. We got some vanilla-looking chickens here at the end.
Also, notice how basically free it is to almost just go through the Force Beam section with Burst Chaser active. It's pretty much a non-issue. You got to be extremely clumsy to mess up the Force Beam rooms with Burst Chaser active.
And we find a weakness for Crash with Bubble Lead in the Wood room there. And we also find ourselves item 3 at the end of Wood stage, as Tom is taking on Quickman in Quickman room.
So we got Prodigy heading towards Flashman stage, whereas Casual-Chan gonna be going Bubbleman. So looks like we're heading towards familiar territory yet again between two of our runners. I'm gonna get some chat involvement. I just want a simple yes or no answer. Now with Burst Chaser on and looking through this for about half the race so far, half the 4 Robot Masters, are you not entertained? Simple question.
This is what you bid for, and we're glad you did it. So, Tom now making her way through the Baja Blast of Bubbleman stage. And deciding to bonk his head on the spike there.
Well, if there's a way that Prodigy can make up time, it's definitely going to be in this stage. Prodigy took 2 deaths here. That's the first one Casual-Chan, but for Casual-Chan it's going to be a little more costly because Prodigy's deaths were relatively short. Dying in this stage at a decent distance, even for Burst Chaser, is still some time that's going to be tacked on.
The Heat Man is not weak to metal. Probably do the strategy I actually recommend sometimes, but he should be on a platform above it, so then he can just hit wood and then not even waste the weapon energy on it. I think in this heat was actually Buster susceptible, so this is giving Tom a chance to, if not catch up, then pass him in this race, as he takes down Woodman. And I'm gonna call that sync right there, as both our runners are moving on to their next stage. So evenly out. Oh, Tom is ahead. I didn't notice that. So Tom is ahead by a Robot Master. Somebody wasn't paying attention. 5.
So we got Metal. So we
6
got
races.
Metal Man and Heat Man. Once again, both of these stages seen before. We're gonna just see how our runners end up taking care of this particular swap around. But yeah, just look at how fast you just blow through these straightaways with Burst Chaser on. You're pretty much just making a lot of these enemies non-issues. Once again, it's more of the general platforming that makes Burst Chaser more of a significant threat. But once again, once you know how to control Mega Man, know when to move, when to stop, know how obstacles are gonna go, that's when you master Burst Chaser and you master how to move and navigate properly. But anyway, we see Prodigy going through Metal Man's room, and we find ourselves our Huckles Bubble Man waiting for him in the waits.
Everyone boo Tom for pulling out item 2.
Heck, I'll use item 2 for that too, but I think he still probably could have taken a little bit of time to jump off a bit early. You still move faster than the item 2.
So Prodigy has 2 more robots left, as Tom has 1 more stage after Heat Stage. I think is it Crash he's got left? No, I think they already did Crash. Yes, they did. I can look at the tracker because it's right there at the bottom. They got wood left. It's Prodigy who has Crash left.
So yeah, right now it seems like Casual Tom is, unless something silly happens, and we do have quite a bit of Randomizer to go, he's gonna avenge his 2020 loss against Prodigy. But it's still early. We still got the Wally stage to go.
Yep.
Once again, decided to use Buster as opposed to searching for a faster weakness to take care of the Frienders here.
Yeah. Frienders take 10 shots for 10 lemons to go down. But Prodigy finds Leaf Shield for that Flashband, 2 shots. Goodbye. Gets their item 2, as they'll be moving on to Crash next, as for their Robot Master stage. And I think we should just do it now, because how fast they'll get to the end. Upcoming is our Wily stages. And the first stage, again, for the final time in this tournament. Guess the color of the dragon, and for bonus points, guess the weakness.
Guess I'll be the one to start this one off. Let's see. How about let's go for a red Let's go for a red dragon, and we're gonna go for atomic fire as its weakness.
Let's see. Well, what are our colors here? You know what? I'll go back to we'll go Jetfire Orange, weak to Metal.
I was about to say time was a wasting. You know that this Wally 1 ain't gonna last much longer with these settings. You would like lollygagging.
By the way, shout outs to Sub 15 in Robos, 8 Robos. Moving on to Wily 1 here.
So we got dollar store Metroids, some Squirms, and some gear robots. Just pretty much being non-issues as usual because Burst Chaser.
What? There were enemies there? I didn't see it.
You'd like to believe so.
Prodigy done with their 8 rules. Moving on to Wily 1.
Yeah, not too. Yeah, not too far behind Prodigy is. Once again, is the kind of distance where one significant screw up can really define how the race can turn. And especially, let's see how Casual Tom controls himself in this small little auto scroller. Hopefully, that's what you do. You gotta do controlled jumps. Do not overstep. Do not understep. It's all about controlled movements.
Where's Squid Man? There's his Barbie Dragon.
And we found ourselves a quick boomerang weakness. So Casual Tom pretty much done with Wally 1 on his way to Wally 2. Going literally as fast as lightning. About to say Prodigy was about to miss the ladder. Good recovery. But he's on his way to the Mega Dragon fight. But once again, how well can you control Mega Man within the auto scrollers? Are you reckless? Are you cautious? Can you navigate it properly? There we go. Nice and steady. Never overexert, never underexerting.
Here's hope and find air. So Squid really does win, as he had both the color and the weakness.
Just to say, if you got a really good horizontal moving air, that is a fantastic weakness for the Mega Dragon, especially if it's a 3-shot tornado.
So, with that, Squidman, you win a supply of Dr. Wily's mustaches. I say supply because he's got to wash them every day.
I was going to say he won a lifetime of continuous coating work.
That's right. That too. But, you know, one thing at a time.
Anyway, we find there is a metal weakness for the Pico units, but they took a lot more hits. But in the end, we found out that Buster was a weakness anyway.
I think he was just trying to get rid of the more higher up Picos there when he switched there, and he's going to take care of the rest with Buster. Either way, it works all the same. Pico is going to go down. Prodigy, I think, has made up time as they are now starting their Pico fight. Especially now that he's on the Lemon, so he's really making up time now.
So go over here in Wally 3. It's a short stage, made even shorter thanks to Burst Chaser, but there is still a little bit of a hitch. Go ahead.
Let's just hope they don't bonk their heads.
Well, I'm not worried about bonking their heads. I'm worried about bonking their sides, going down the spike drop. Proper control, shifting down the spike corridor, and doing exactly what I would think he would do. Pause buffering is a good way to make sure that you're stable when you try to navigate through the winding turns of this spike drop. I've seen way too many times where you just can't seem to pixel click your movements enough and still get hit by the spikes anyway.
Atomic Chickens before the Guts Dozer door, as we have made it to the Guts Dozer in Wily 3 here. Looking rather blue as he is Buster weak. Shoutouts to Kami Center.
Prodigy also doing pause buffering to slow down his descent. Reminder, this is zipless, not glitchless. So yes, pause buffering is allowed.
Yep.
So Wally 4, thanks to the speed of the Bird Chaser, some of these potential jumps might be a little more simpler than you may give credit for, especially if the randomized floors are way close to each other.
He was thinking about it. He was thinking about doing it in one jump.
I'm pretty sure you can do it in one jump if you pause buffer.
Grabbing the extra E-Tank, because why not? That's definitely good safety with that speed. But our runners are still relatively close. It's like half a stage between the two of them.
But right now, it's still Casual Tom that's still holding on to the lead, and he's.
By the way, there you go. One jump.
Prodigy is closing in very quickly, but Casual Tom is still holding on to that lead. But the lead is getting slimmer. As long as Prodigy continues his solid play, he can pretty much save quite a bit of time by leaps and bounds, literally.
One giant leap for Tom Kind.
Alright, Boobing, we don't know the wall. Oh, wait. I'm probably getting C's confused. I'm about to say, we don't know the wall weakness.
No, we did not do that because we're going too fast. And we find Air Shooter. There we go. As walls, how about the beams themselves? We already know it's not leaf, you check that. Nah,
It's
bubble.
It's not metal.
Not metal.
It's vanilla.
Could be
And
worse.
And then you can't shoot it again. So you're gonna have to wait for the bomb's duration in order to fire it again. One of the randomized attributes that can be attached to the crash bombs is that you can actually shoot it again immediately after it fires. So you're forced, since that's not the case in this sea, you're forced to wait out the explosion before firing another blast. So you had to do some waiting.
We are officially on refights as Tom pulls out the good old bubble lead for Crash Band, going the correct direction in refights, clockwise.
And of course, Squidman and Chad going ballistic.
He's going He's going ballistic because he chooses the wrong direction.
Prodigy having quite a bit of issue trying to get some shots in. Look like he was having issues trying to control himself in these tight spaces and not getting shots off properly. Once again, it's the speed of Bird Chaser and knowing how to maneuver things that winds up costing you seconds.
Tom's got to be careful. There we go. Wisely taking an E-Tank against Driftwood. He's 3 more Robot Masters to go.
And with Prodigy now starting on his refight, so once again, the driver's seat is all on Casual Tom's end.
Puggle's giving him the business. As our runners are high-fiving now.
Just a couple of more Robot Masters, and then we got to find out yet again if the Wily Machine is Buster Weak or not. We've pretty much been even on Buster Immune and Buster Weak Wily Machines throughout the entire tournament. I'm actually a little impressed.
Yeah, I'm more shocked than you. Looks like Tom's gonna do the full 16. Oh no, he finds Crash. Hopefully he doesn't need that for the machine or the alien.
Well, if the machine is Buster Weak, I'm pretty sure he's gonna use those 2 weapon capsules to fill that up.
Yeah, hopefully he does.
One could assume.
course, Chaser Speed getting in the way as Prodigy has 2 more Robot Masters to get through with Flash and I believe, I forget who the last one is, but Prodigy making up time in the refights though with all the weakness finding.
And I was about to say, and Prodigy lost a little bit of time trying to get to that final Robot Master. So all the gains he made, he's losing it just a little bit. Still giving Casual Tom just that.
Oh, there goes all that time. Tom firmly in the driver's seat now.
And on our way to Victory Road, Casual Tom is just mere moments from avenging his 2020 tournament loss against Prodigy, doing this small little tournament, which was a great tournament, by the way, for the Tournaments of Hope. Once again, before we conclude this proper, once again, thanks to Randomania for letting us showcase this tournament yet again. Of course, you, Siberian Bull, did most of the pool work setting all this up.
I'm just glad it's gone as well as it has. Thanks to Randomania and Game Boy for hosting us. Thanks to, you know what, doubly thanks to you, Ari, 2% Chuggus, Charlie helping with comms, and quadruple thanks to all the runners who participated in this tournament. I'm really grateful for it just going as well as it has.
And of course, can't forget 2% Chungus, who literally put the tracking on his back yet again, as we got Metal Blaze for the Alien, Prodigy still closing in right behind, but Casual Tom wins the day with an official time of 26 minutes and 39 seconds, being our grand champion for the Mega Man 2 Randomizer Tournament of Hope. GG's in the chat. And Prodigy coming in. And Prodigy coming in very closely with a 27:04. Of course, we did take some liberties with the time penalty, but at this point, it really doesn't matter. We're just gonna call it we're gonna stick it with 27:04. It was all for the fun of it anyway. GG's to all our runners, the participants. It's just been fun all around.
Alright. So, do we want to get them in here, or should we just sign off?
No. Let's get our guys in here for a quick word.
I wasn't sure if we had the time or not.
Well, if we have the okay, we can do that.
We have time. Game Boy says we have time. Game Boy, according to Game Boy, says we have time.
Gonna see if we can get them in. So while we are waiting for our 2 runners to come into the booth, we want to say that per Charlie Boy's notification that the sign-ups for the upcoming Randomizer tournament is officially live. So if for those that are wanting to join the Mega Man 2 Randomizer Charlie Boy's notification, bringing the sign-ups up shortly for those to enter the tournament Discord. But for right now, hey there, Casual Tom. Hey there, Prodigy. GG's to the both of you.
Oh, GG's.
GG's, thanks.
Gonna dock you 5 seconds now.
Oh, sweet mercy.
I hope that was close, at least for a final.
It was. It was a really good race. You definitely were catching up there at the end in refights. But sadly, the death on Crash put the nail in the coffin.
Wow.
Oh, sure.
Rewatch
it. I died 4 times.
Dang, I only died like once.
Yeah. I mean, It was very. When you play Burst Chaser, these deaths are like kind of expected. You're rushing the whole time. It was very fun.
You know, I was lucky. I got exactly enough E-tanks. I used them all, like, by the end.
I couldn't help myself rushing. It's just too intense to not rush. If you slow down, it's like, oh, it's
Yeah, you
better
want
to die and be satisfied.
You know, you're still a winner in my heart, Prodigy, because you did the jump I told you about in Heat Stage. Tom pulled out item 2 like a coward.
Oh,
I thought about it, but I wanted to be
Yeah.
fast.
I want to put as much as swag as possible for Burst Chaser race, because zips are kind of not a thing in Burst Chaser.
Who do zips?
I mean, I would gladly do Crush Zip even on Burst Chaser. I don't want to climb these things.
And speak for yourself. The last time I tried to do a zip and say like good wood, I pretty much got caught in the, you know how you over zip, you want to go into a completely different wilding stage. Yeah, I rather not try to do any zips.
I
So
remember.
so yeah, you can have that.
I remember. I was wow. You actually finished that race even. Wow.
But yeah, first off, Casual Town, congratulations. I wonder what was going through in your head, because you got to remember this is still technically a rematch from the 2020 finals. Did
Yeah.
you kind of like have a chip on your shoulders that you kind of want to kind of like run it back on Prodigy?
You know, I thought that if luck was just in my favor and I got the right stages and the right items early enough, I thought I would have a shot, and especially if I didn't die. And I took that one death in bubble, but not the worst. Kept me on my toes, but other than that, I was pretty satisfied with how I did. I had been practicing a little bit, at least paid off, I guess.
I pressed right in the B button a lot and I finished. That's that's all I think about Burst Chaser.
That's usually how it goes. Sometimes you have to press that other button, but who wants to do that?
I mean, technicalities. No, my feelings were, yeah, go fast. If you bonk on something, you die. That's everything in my head. Like, especially in bubble stages like that. Like, go push right. If you're lucky, you go through. If you're not, you die. There's no way, no way in my mind I can think in advance what will happen. No way.
Yeah, and Bird Chaser is kind of like you're basically made to be reckless. You're pretty much just going full throttle, not pretty much putting a care in the world. But yeah, like you said, it kind of cost you in a couple of deaths in bubble.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it happens.
Were any of
I'm
them on
sorry.
spikes?
I'm sorry. No.
Okay.
In the start of the stage, there was um, how do you call these guys? Think thing, and
The
then
large tin can guys blockies.
one blocky, and then I go through the blocky and I down something else. I don't remember, prop top probably.
It
And
was a prop top.
yeah, and then the stage went normally, but I had to die 2 times to The rest of the spawns were easy since you know this, but yeah, I died once in Heatman stage, I believe. No, was it? No, I don't remember when I died. I died once, and then on refights. But yeah, apart from the deaths, like everything was super cool.
All right, I pretty much don't have many other questions to bring up. Siberian, do you have anything else before we begin to close things out?
Well, again, thanks to everyone who participated, volunteered, and everyone in chat for coming to this. I hope you all enjoyed good time. I hope to see you all in the summer in the mainline tournament, and I hope to see some new faces around in the Discord. Let me pull up the schedule real quick, because just for as a courtesy to Randomania, because they still have more tournaments throughout the week with donation incentives for those. I just closed off my speed gaming link. But yeah, their next tournament is Thursday. It's going to be a Fisher Price triathlon. That's going to be on Thursday, starting at 8. Friday is going to be the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide 4-way race. It's going to be a 2-way race, so come back for that. That's a really good. I know I love this randomizer, but if you have not tried Worlds Collide, you should try Worlds Collide. And then Saturday they got Beat Mania, and Sunday they got Chrono Trigger Just in Time. But do come back Thursday for the Tournament of Hope. Donations are going towards the Bail Project. But yeah, thank you to everyone for coming out tonight for our tournament.
Yo, are we doing that Burst Chaser race now? The post-mortem chase.
Yeah, they're gonna set that one out.
Yeah. I believe everybody are super tired right now. Yeah.
I mean,
It's been a long session.
It's what, 6 o'clock there now, Prodigy?
No, almost 5 though. I mean, at
Almost
this
5,
point,
okay.
going to sleep is like a sin. There's no way I'm going to sleep. Like, I'm gonna sleep tomorrow.
Okay,
It's fine.
you're all jacked up.
Yep. Coffee.
All right. Well, with that, I think we'll let Game Boy go get some rest as well, as he's pretty much been restreaming for us. So thank you again to Game Boy for hosting us. I hope maybe we'll do this again sometime down the road, but hopefully everyone also will come join us for the mainline tournament this year. So we'll see you then. If we, I don't know, maybe I'm cutting this off too early.
It's fine. We can go ahead and just end this here. So for Random Mania, this is LV Cree, Siberian Bull. Thanks to everyone that helped out, Game Boy for restreaming our racers. Well, you get the gist. Everyone have a good night and take care.
Congrats to Tom.
Thanks, and special thanks to Squidman for being the only guy to practice races against me last night before the big night.
Congratulations, Tom. Have a
Thanks,
good
Prodigy.
night, everybody.
It's a good race. See you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.
Ooh, thank you. Bye.